All right, thank you. Our next speaker is Matthew P. Clements. He is the Libertarian candidate for North Carolina House District 56, running against Verla Insco, who wants to have California-style approved gun list, by the way. Hopefully he'll talk about that. Matthew Clements is a Libertarian active with the Orange County and North Carolina Libertarian Party. He's information technology specialist and a graduate of UNC, and he wants to provide a principal option for Orange County voters this fall. All right, thank you.
There you go. As Ashley said, my name is Matthew Clements, and I'm running for NC House 56, and I certainly thank you for your support in the upcoming election. First of all, I would like for everybody to give a round of applause for Ashley Campbell and Daniel Johnson, the organizers of this fantastic event here in Orange County. So it's great to have so many people that are like-minded and have the opportunity to realize that the Second Amendment is one of the most important amendments because it guarantees your rights for the rest. Without that, without the Second Amendment, you don't have the option to protect yourself, to protect your families, and to exercise the rest of your rights. In the Declaration of Independence, they said that all men are created equal. Well, Samuel Colt actually made all people equal with his invention of the revolver. So without that, that's really the opportunity to cut across gender and racial divides and everything to provide the same ability to protect yourself, your rights, and your property. And then a lot of people like to talk about the Second Amendment, they get so focused in on this whole militia point. Well, our founding fathers talked about militias because of the inherent dangers of having a large standing military. When you have a large standing military, you tend to want to get an opportunity to go out there and use it. Well, the United States has been at war for decades. We've been fighting in Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria. The Congress has never voted on these wars. Therefore, they are, in my opinion, not following with the tradition that our Constitution is set up. And that is why, when our founding fathers warned us about big banks, they warned us about entangling alliances, we didn't really pay much attention to that. And now we're at the point where our rights are being slowly eroded. I actually mentioned before Verla Insco, my opponent and long-term incumbent here. Some people like to joke that we're in occupied territory if you're an independent-minded or a supporter of the Second Amendment here in Orange County. Well, it's time to send a message to Verla Insco and to vote for somebody who does protect your Second Amendment rights. And I would like to earn your trust and your vote this upcoming November to send a message to Verla Insco. And so when Ashley talked about the California Safe Gun Registry, basically for all intents and purposes to make a list that's complicit of the guns that are quote unquote safe. Well, all that is an erosion of your rights to be able to choose what tool it is that you want to utilize to protect yourself. There should not be any restrictions. What part of shall not be infringed doesn't she get? Amen. So I certainly want to realize that there are going to be many people that are trying to take away these rights, but remember that the Second Amendment is the buttress for the rest of your rights. And then I'm also going to want to put a little knowledge out here for everybody. So when you talk about gun control, well, how did gun control really get traction in the United States? Well, let's go back to 1967, where the Black Panthers and Huey Newton found out that they could march on the California State House with long arms to show their dissupport of the police state and the way that they were being treated. Well, what happened then? That's when the Republican Party and Ronald Reagan decided to come up with the Mumford Act in 1967. That's why it's so important for us all to band together to protect everyone's rights, not just the rights of people that we like or that we agree with, but the First Amendment, the Second Amendment, you have to defend everyone's rights. That's why we have a Constitution, is so that we, the people, can give our consent to our government. And that's where people don't think, I do not consent for our nation to be at endless wars. I do not consent to have my rights trampled or your rights trampled. So that is the thing. We need to have the consent of the governed. And that's one of the things that the bipartisan system, in my opinion, has failed the American people. That only thing that's happening is that the Republicans and the Democrats are trying to restrict ballot access and restrict the options for people to come out and be part of the elective process. That's why the Libertarian Party is putting candidates for. And we do want to say that it's great to see the Green Party and the Constitution Party get through these hurdles that the Democrats and the Republicans put in front of them. Welcome to the party. We need to have the opportunity for people to be able to vote for people that share their concerns. And just remember, the Second Amendment is about your self-defense. When seconds count, the police may only be minutes away. That's something that we want everybody to realize, that your rights are absolutely important. And the Libertarian Party would like nothing better to see gay married couples looking over their cannabis cultivation, protecting it with machine guns. Again, my name is Matthew Clements. I'm running for NC House 56, and I certainly invite your support. Thank you so much.